I love books. I think it's amazing just by reading books. You can get accumulated knowledge of some of the greatest minds of history. And when you read a good book, it can change your life. So I was kind of like a book-loving child who goes to the school library every day during the recess. And I still, to this day, read every single day pretty much. Because I'm a bookworm, I guess. But yeah, today I want to share with you 5 books that changed my life. It was hard to pick 5, so I might do another round of this kind, but I picked the books that impacted my life the most. So this is my version of the list, but hopefully you can get some ideas for the books you're reading next. So let's dive in. The first book I want to introduce is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. This book is about mindset you need to succeed and how to use the power of subconscious to achieve the goals. Originally published in 1937 and sold over 50 million copies around the world. They also studied rich people, and after 20 years of dedicated study, he combined the knowledge into this book. So as the author says, you are the master of your destiny. You can influence, direct, control your environment. You can change your life, whatever you want it to be. So my dad got me this book when I was in high school. And this was actually my first self-help book to read. And it helped me learn about mindset and subconscious and how I can use them to achieve the goals in life. At that point, I didn't care about getting myself rich, but more about achieving the goal, which is to getting into the university I wanted to go. After reading this book, my mindset changed forever. I became this like ultimate, super positive, anything is possible kind of person, and now I never doubt that I can achieve anything if I believe in myself and put in the actual work. That's the important part though. Actually, I even erased the word impossible from the dictionary because the author said he did in the book. That's so ridiculous, you know? But yeah, I did. Anyway, great mindset, but unfortunately, I failed the exam and couldn't get into the university I wanted to go. I had the right mindset, but the actual like planning and executing part, that weren't enough. Now I look back now. Like I didn't know anything about hard work, which I probably needed the most. And I didn't know how. Yeah, after reading all the other self-help books, I realized like this book has everything you need to know. So yeah, if you have to pick one, this should be your choice, in my opinion. So if you're looking for self-help book like this book is for you. So the next book is Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson. I really hope I'm pronouncing it right. This is a phenomenal book of how to stop caring what other people think and start living your own life. I love this book so much. It's not about being indifferent, but rather about what you choose to care and what you don't. Because your time and power is limited, so you have to use them wisely. My biggest takeaway is this. You and everyone you know are going to be dead soon, and in the short amount of time between here and there, you have a limited amount of fucks to give. Before reading this book, I was a slave to other people's thoughts, and I cared so much about what other people think of me, and I really suffered because of it. But once I read this book, I stopped giving a fuck on everything pretty much. Maybe I went a little too far, but yeah, whatever. But yeah, it felt so liberating, and it was like amazing, life-changing moment for me. I really think everyone should read this, especially like Japanese people, because they cared so much and they suffer a lot. And I think everyone in Japan should read this. Hopefully. We'll see. But yeah, I think this book will help to live a life easier. So if you're looking for some tips on how to live easier, take it easy life, this book is for you. The next book is Atomic Habits by James Clear. This book is talked about in so many places, and I think everyone should read this. So it's about habits and how you can create new ones and break the bad ones, and he talks about in detail how you can actually step by step make it happen. So as the author says, you do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. So for a long time, I've been trying to build new habits and failed again and again, even after many attempts. And I just thought, I don't have enough willpower to push myself further, so I can't do much about it. But after reading this book, it's not me that's bad. It's just the system that's not working and I needed to create a new one. I've read other books about habits, but I've never read one like this, explaining the mechanism of habits and actual steps you can take to create the best systems. And it obviously works because that's why there's so many people talking about this book. If you're looking for some clues for creating habits and systems in your life, this book is for you. Here's another quote I want to share with you from the author. Success is the product of daily habits, not once in a lifetime transformations. The next book is The New Earth by Eckhart Tolle. You might know the author from the book The Power of Now, which is also a great book, so highly recommended to read. But basically this book is about our mind, especially focused on ego and how it works and how we can manage them. It often happens that our ego gets in the way, and it's really hard to manage those situations because ego is strong and it demands a lot from us. Before reading this book, I was controlled by my ego and basically I was just reacting to whatever is happening at the moment. Reading this book gave me structural understanding of the mind, and now I can see whatever those character of the mind or ego comes up, I can see that and I can detach from it, and I think I grew a lot spiritually. Definitely not an easy read, and I think I read like 3 times before I kind of understood what it says, but I think it's really helpful to learn our minds and how we can manage it. So if you're into things like that, this book is for you. Now I'm gonna share with you a quote from the book. No ego can last for long without the need for more. Therefore, wanting keeps the ego alive much more than having. The ego wants to want more than it wants to have. And so the shallow satisfaction of having is always replaced by more wanting. The last book I want to introduce is 5 AM Club by Robin Sharma. This book is about how you can own your day by owning your morning, and it also talks about morning routines and other important mindsets. As the title says, he suggests waking up at 5 AM and start the first hour with things like exercise, reflection, and learning. Here's the author's quote. Take excellent care of the front end of your day, and the rest of your day will pretty much take care of itself. Own your morning. Elevate your life. I discovered this book in the beginning of quarantine, and after reading it, I started building a morning routine for myself. I'd never done it before at that point, and it was actually my first time building routines. In the beginning, I actually followed what it said in the book by getting up at 5 and go for a run and all that stuff. But as I improve my routine and make it fit my lifestyle better, my morning routine got longer, and now I no longer wake up at 5 but instead 6 AM. Of course it's not for everyone because not everyone is a morning person, but I think you can still get some great insights about how to start the day and how to make the most out of the day. So if you're into things like that, this book is for you. So that was the 5 books that changed my life. Hopefully this video was helpful, and please let me know your version of your life-changing books in the comments down below. I'd love to know. So thank you guys for watching, and see you in my next video. Bye!